59. Dispersion. The decision people are brought together by dissolving the sentiments of individual, self-centered interest that tend to make a man think only about his own concerns and what will benefit him separate and apart from everyone else. Rather than being an expression of man's essential nature, self-centered interest is actually a block or deterrent to the full flowering of an individual's real nature. Man is obviously a social animal, and his highest development could hardly be reached apart from his fellow man. This inner relationship is depicted by ceremonies, both religious and civil, that involve large groups of people coming together to perform various sorts of ritual observance. These gatherings help impress upon the consciousness of man his connections and his interdependence with other men. The emotions aroused by these ceremonies reinforces the common heritage of the participants. It is through these kinds of collective activities that the myth of isolated individualism is dissolved, and people are able to work together to accomplish great undertakings and achieve great social goals. Only a leader who has freed himself from a focus on self-interests can lead a people in that direction. However, if he thinks only of his own gain, or the profit obtained for his associates and supporters, he is already corrupt, and could never inspire others to be uncorrupted. The maxim all too easily, people fall into a mode of thinking that isolates them from their fellow man. Their selfishness and obsession with worldly possessions hardens their feelings towards one another, and they lose sight of the fact that we are all in the same boat. That in many vital senses, we all share the same fate, and we all can benefit if we will help one another. This tendency towards isolation can be overcome by religious devotion. By humbling themselves before the Supreme Deity, and realizing that their existence represents but a brief struggle in a creation extending over infinite time, they can join with their fellow men in worship and experience the fellowship of similarly situated men.